Hello guys, this is Koma, and I want to show you a Voiceflow chatbot integration with Facebook Messenger and Instagram DMs using Go High Level and Make. So this is just our Facebook testing business page. So this is, let's type it, let's say hi. This is the message pop-up, right? And let's see what we're gonna get. Hello, how can I assist you today? What is 25 times 10? What is the capital of the UK? Here's London. Thank you. Bye. You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Goodbye. So it's definitely an AI answering to us, right? And now let's try Instagram. So let's say hello. Let's see. Hello, how can I assist you today? How can you assist me today? Tell me. Right, random question. What does summary AI consist of? And we get the answer, basically. Thanks, that's it. So, as you can see, it's working now. Let's go through it step by step, and I'm gonna try to explain you how to do it, and I'll try not to lose anything important. So this is the Voiceflow bot. Basically captures, the first step should be capture info, capture card, right? That's just how it should be for Facebook and Instagram to work properly, and then you can configure your flow however you want. So basically we just capture the user question first, then we tell the response AI to answer the user's question, right? And we use memory and prompt. So it remembers the conversation, right? So the first step is gonna be to go to high level. We don't need this yet. This is our high level. So the first step, you need to connect your Facebook and Instagram, obviously. I want to also tell you some problems I had. You need to connect with connection. You have to connect it. First of all, if you want to use Instagram, you have to connect Instagram to your Facebook business page, not the account, not account. You're connecting your business page, because it wouldn't let me connect it. It would have here this exclamation mark, and I really had some troubleshooting with that. So yeah, you have to correctly connect firstly your business page to your personal account. First thing you're doing, then you're connecting your Instagram page to your business page, if you want to use Instagram. If not, just Facebook. But business page, it's important. So you can see, so you have to have this check mark right here, green. And also, how can you check if you connected your Instagram correctly? You go to settings, you go to integrations, and as you can see here it says connected. It's gonna stay connected almost any time. It told me it's connected, but not Facebook. Either Facebook and both Facebook and Instagram wouldn't work for me. So you have to pay attention to these two logos, and if the connection is not successful, either Facebook or Instagram or both, they would be gray color. So that's the first thing you're doing. Then when you have it connected, so then you go to settings again, custom fields, you create an add field, multi-line, next, you name it however you want. You pick a group, additional info, and then you hit save. That's basically we are creating a variable for the high level to store our Voiceflow response, Voiceflow, our chatbots, Voiceflow response, right? Then you hit next. I'm not gonna do it because I've done it already. After that, when you hit next and you've created it, you go back. You go to automation. Then you create a workflow. Start from scratch. Then you create triggers. So the first trigger is gonna be when the user sends a message to us, whether it's through Facebook or Instagram, it doesn't matter. That's the trigger, right? When something happens, what do we do with it? So that's created. So customer replied. We choose the customer replied. Customer replied when the user sends us a message, right? Then you go add filters. Select. Then we are choosing where do we want to track our customer reply, right? Our customer message, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or anything else. So we choose the reply channel, and now we choose what channel do we want. Let's choose Facebook Messenger. Save trigger. That's the first trigger. Whenever a customer sends us a message, what do we do with it? We save it. What do we do with it? We're gonna do. I'm gonna show you just now, actually, after this. And the other trigger is for us to send the Voiceflow chatbots, our chatbots from Voiceflow response, right? So it's gonna be contact changed, alt filters, select. Now we select the variable we've just created in settings, right? For me it's AI response because I already created it, right? For you it can be another name, so you choose for yourself response, and select operator will be has changed, save trigger. Then also what we have to do is go to settings and turn on allow re-entry. What this does, then we go saved, and we go back to builder. What this does, allow re-entry, basically allows us to have a continuous conversation, right? It's not gonna be just when the user sends one message and we get one message back, and that's at the end, and that would be the end of the conversation if that would be turned off, right? But we want to have the conversation going, and we also want to have our system, our chatbot, to remember that to remember the user session, that the user already talked to us, right? So then we hit this plus button, we go if else condition, and now we choose so now we choose we go to yes, workflow trigger is first is gonna be customer replied, and then we get we create another branch, the same thing, workflow trigger we just created, and the other one is contact changed, right? First was customer replied, and the second one is contact changed. Save action. Now, so we are checking whether what type of action is this, right? Either we get a message from the user, or we get the message from the voice flow. And now let's go to the first branch. This one is customer replied. So what do we do when a user sends us a message, right? We hit the plus button and we search for webhook. So basically what do we do, right? Now here we go, we have a webhook, and now here's where comes our make.com, right? So we go to make. I already have this set up, but you create a webhook. You create a webhook basically, right? Webhook, custom webhook, and you basically create a webhook, and you have this webhook URL. You copy this URL, you paste it in, you hit save action. So basically, whenever we tell our system, whenever we get a message from the user, we send some information to this webhook, in our case to the make.com, right? And then another action is whenever the contact changed, basically whenever we get a message from our AI, from our voice flow, what do we do with it? Another the second one, the middle one, plus button, you click it, and we choose what do we want to do with it, right? And what we want to do with it is we want to send it back to the user, right? And where do we want to send it? We want to send it to, in this case, as we chose here, excuse me, here, customer reply channel Facebook Messenger, we want to choose the same here. So Facebook Messenger, yeah. And then here we configure what type of what message we want to send to our user, right? So we hit here's a message. We pick custom values, contact, custom fields, AI response. This is again the variable we've created, right? The first step of our go high level. We choose it, and we hit save action. So that's basically it. But don't forget to turn this on, draft to publish, and hit save. Now you saved it. Now we go to make.com. So we created a webhook which receives our message from the go high level whenever a user sends a message. Well, what we do next is we send our message to Voiceflow, and to do that we create a HTTP module. In HTTP, and what the next thing, how do you populate these values, right? I'm gonna show you. We go to Voiceflow, to your chatbot, you go to integration, dialog API, you hit this button, see use cases, you go to API reference, interact, here you have the code, and first thing you have to do is go to the body params action, text request, text, and you choose you type in replace, basically just a buffer text, right, for us to copy. It doesn't matter what you put here, you're gonna replace it anyway, so just put anything here, 1 2 3 or anything, right? And you go back and you have to put your API key. You go back to Voiceflow, dialog API, copy API key, go here, here's header, you put it in here, here you go, here you have your API key. So we go back to our HTTP module. Here we have URL. We go and choose this URL, just like this, without logs off and the question mark here, and then we delete user ID and we populate it with contact ID. But for you, another note I like to tell you, for you to have this variable, you would have to choose this button, redetermine the data structure, or you could have another button like start with anything. I don't remember actually. And from go high level, no, you set up this webhook, right? It's the same webhook to ODC, as you can see. Here's again to ODC, and so you test it, right? You send hi, and it should change from stop. Here we go, successfully determined. Now it is received the values, and now you can add this variable. So now you can see these variables and use them. So you choose contact ID, then method you choose post, then you need just one header authorization, then you put here your API key, which is this, and also this dialog API. Then you go body type raw, content type JSON, application JSON, and request content. You just go back to here and copy paste all of this except this little quote, right? So you copy paste it, and this is the random message that I told you we would replace anyway, and we replace it with the message body. We don't need this. Hit OK. So this is repopulated with variables to send correctly our information from our channel, from the Facebook Messenger, with the message that the user sent us, right? What we do next is we use iterator iterator module is to redetermine nicely our data structure, right? And another thing, you have to choose yes on parse response right here in the HTTP module. So back to iterator. Now you go test it again. You go run once again to capture data to iterator, to capture data to HTTP, and you say hi. Here we go. We got our data, and now you can choose data, as you can see, the blue one, data, just data here, and then we go to. So we got our data. We got our data. This module. this module is we got our data determined nicely for us, right? And the next, the last module is we send our data nicely redetermined and structured data, right, back to the user. Basically, our chatbot's response back to the user through high level, right? So we go high level. You create a module high level lead connector, and the only fields you populate is contact ID for our system to remember our users, right? How it did with me previously. It remembered that I've talked to him, that I've talked to it before. And you go here to custom fields, AI response. So basically here you tell it that this is Maxim, he already talked to you before, and you already know him, and continue your conversation from the point you've left, right? And this field AI response is you tell go high level. This is the message that our bot sends to you, and you have to send it back to the user, right? And you hit OK. And so yeah, that's basically it. Thanks, guys.